So now I guess I'm just gonna fly directly into Laos, which will be fun, and we can check out Vientiane. And that is the capital city, and I have not been there for a long time. It was about 10 years ago the last time I went there, and I was there, and it was a ghost town. I mean, they had a river and a few bars along the river, and there was one club in the center of the city, and outside of that, it was nothing. And it was just so interesting to me because I know that they're a landlocked country, and you know, when countries are landlocked, that can be pretty tough on the population. Some people might get upset about it, but they're very similar to Thailand. They speak a similar language. I know there are differences, but how can you go from Thailand where there's all this stuff, all of these people, this whole economy, there are hotels, and you know, some of it's really developed, some of it's not, but either way, they have a lot of economic activity going on, to a place like Laos where there's just nothing going on at all. You can't, and I'll tell you why. It's because Laos is a communist country. You can't just start a business in Laos. The government would run it. You know, unless you got government approval to do it, they're not gonna let you open a business. And the same in Cambodia, which is also a communist country. All of the surrounding nations fell to communism long ago, way back in the Cold War days. And a lot of people don't know what communism is. It sounds cool to people in the West. I hear students telling me all the time, I like communism. I dare you to go to a communist country and see if you like it. I've been there. I've been to communist countries. And even, you know, China, technically, China's its own thing. But I dare you to go and see the difference. Go see the difference between Thailand and Cambodia, or Thailand and Laos, where you got almost the same people, but a totally different level of development. That's the difference between having a market, letting people open up businesses and buy and sell freely, or having a government that controls what everybody can and can't do, and that has total control over the economy. And what does the government say? Oh, we're gonna take care of the people. We need to control the prices. We need rent control. Oh, the evil business people are trying to rip you off. And what happens every time? The people end up way poorer than they started, because they think they're going to get something for free from the government. The government's not going to give you anything for free. It never has. And maybe you can get a check here or there, but long term, you're not going to benefit that way. You cannot. It just doesn't work. You have to provide value to other people in order to have a real economy. Real economies are based on value, not ideas. Not this idea that, oh, everybody should have a little something, everybody should have a home and something to eat. Yeah, but if people aren't providing goods and services to others, there is no real economy. You can only tax the productive portion of the population so much before they just pack up and leave because they're sick of it. And then when all the productive people leave, or when you tax them out of existence, who's left to take money from to feed all the other people? Nobody. And that's the same cycle that happens everywhere, whether it's Venezuela, whether it's Cambodia, North Korea, Cuba, whatever. It doesn't matter. You strangle the economy with communism. And Thailand, God bless it, they stayed strong. They didn't give in to that. They had a really good king who prevented that from happening, at least based on my understanding of the history. And they remained a strong country. There's still a market here. And look at all the economic activity that's going on. I mean, if there have ever been a group of people who knew how to sell things, it would be the Thais. They will sell whatever, and they're very resourceful. And they built up this place, and people come here and visit, buy things, sell things, and it's built up. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You know, people can work if they want to. So I'm going to go to Laos, and I'm going to show you all the difference. And you're going to see the difference between a market-based economy and a communist economy. And boy, is it going to be different. And even in those communist countries where the government promises to take care of everybody, oh, don't you worry, Big Daddy government's going to help you. Guess what? They don't have anything to help you with. The government has nothing. And even if they did have it, they'd just steal it. The bureaucrats and the politicians who are going to take care of you, who have all the answers, and oh, they're going to save you from those evil business people. Guess what? They're the real crooks. And as soon as they get resources, they're going to keep it for themselves. And corruption will be at an all-time high.